Hi, Jay. Welcome.
Hey there. How's it going?
Going well. How are you doing today?
Good.
Thank you
Good.
for joining today.
Yeah, for sure. Are you expecting a lot of people or?
Yeah, people kind of wander in and out as we do this. Do you have any questions specifically that you want me to answer for you?
Um, no, I guess we'll just wait until we get into it, right?
Sure,
Because I'm
sure.
not really sure where you're going, but I'll
Of
let
course.
you guide the whole thing. And yeah.
Sure, sure. If you do end up having any questions, I just told Layla this. You can either put it in the comments or you can speak up. Either one is fine. It's an interactive session, so we talk amongst ourselves, and I just talk about the information that I'm presenting, and I just wait just a couple minutes when we get started, just for people to wander in,
Hmm.
because sometimes people have to get connected and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
and people kind of come and go.
Okay. Sounds good.
Perfect.
Hi, Jay. Just to say hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So where are you guys located at? In what state? You in Florida?
Oh, yeah, I'm in Florida,
You in
Jacksonville,
Florida?
Florida. Hmm.
Cool. I was just up in Tampa and now I'm back here in Fort Myers.
Ah,
It's a good
okay.
day. Yeah. All right, in about 30 more seconds, I'm going to get started. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jennifer with Silly Girl Coaching in affiliation with Temple of Heart Awakening Love. And tonight we're going to talk about living with and letting go of past trauma. This is an interactive session, so we welcome anybody to make comments. You might be live on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. You're welcome to make comments in the comments, or you're welcome to speak up if you feel like you want to ask any questions, need any help, or want further clarification. So welcome everybody tonight. I do see several of you guys here on Facebook, and I do see a couple of people on LinkedIn, and there's probably going to be more people sort of wandering in as we proceed. So let's go ahead and get this started. This is being recorded and streamed live at this time. At the end, we will turn that off so that we can have an open forum that is not recorded or live streamed for anybody to ask questions that they want to more privately discuss. This is for educational purposes only, and it's done within the legal and spiritual framework of Temple of Heart Awakening Love. If you have more questions about what a 508c1a religious organization is and how this works, you can feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to explain that to you. Silly Girl as a company provides trauma-informed coaching and integration services. And we do all of this, like I said, within the legal and spiritual framework of Temple of Heart Awakening Love. So anybody that's attending right now, have you ever felt completely fine on the outside, but something inside you just wouldn't let go? If you look around at a couple of you guys, like it's like some kind of inner feeling that you might have where you're like, going through the motions, and they say fake it till you make it kind of thing. You're feeling really good, but something inside of you is just really kind of stuck. Oh, yeah, I see a couple of you guys saying, yeah, yep, shaking your heads. And so when you're feeling this way, the truth about this being stuck feeling is there's a myth that says you're not trying hard enough. And that's a myth, like I said. The truth is, it's your nervous system. It protects you. We have these little things called parts inside of us that step up and stand guard. And so what they do is they go out into the world and they look for patterns, right? And when they identify patterns, they stand up guard and they go, hey, this doesn't look safe. It looks like something that maybe happened before. We need to be on high alert. And this leads to panic. It leads to anxiety problems. It leads to depression. It leads to a whole group of things that happen to people as a reaction. It's just our nervous system trying to keep us safe. Anybody have that happen? I know I've gone through several of these at different times in my life. Yeah, a couple of you guys can relate, of course. So right now, where in your body do you hold your stress? I tend to hold mine in my jaw, between my shoulder blades. Any of the rest of you guys hold stress in your body? Oh, yeah. It's very, very common in the hips for women, especially. Yeah. So lots of us hold that. And so we have tight hips and a little discomfort in that area. And the back is definitely one, lower back, upper back between the shoulder blades, definitely very common. And the neck, for sure, for sure. Yeah, Todd. Yeah, jaw, same as me. Shoulders, for sure. Great. So put your hand where you feel like you're holding your stress and just notice. Just sit with it for a minute. We're not trying to fix anything right now. We're just noticing, like, where do we have tension? Where are we holding that in our body? Great, everybody. So what trauma actually does to your brain is it hijacks your amygdala, and that's the brain's threat response. It fires even when you're completely safe. So anybody who's ever been in a near miss car accident, right? Anytime you get too near a car again, you might get that, ooh, if a bird flies over your car, you duck, even though there's no chance it's going to hit you in the head. Stuff like that. It's your amygdala hijacking. Or if you are in a situation that was similar to a time that you had some trauma, same idea. Your heart starts to beat, you start to tense up. Second thing that happens is a memory lock. So trauma memories are stored differently without a clear timeline. It's in your body though, always. And then there's the survival loop. And then that's the nervous system. It's replaying the past to protect you from the future. It's called confirmation bias as well. So you go out in the world and you look around, like I said earlier, for patterns. This happened, then this happened. So therefore that's going to happen. Whether it's real or not, your body still reacts the same way. And it doesn't mean your brain's broken. It's just doing what it was built to do, which is to keep you safe and to alert you to potential danger. Yeah, of course. So why trying harder doesn't really work for this? So we try positive thinking. We try talking about it. We try just moving it on about it and forgetting it. We try to use willpower to overcome of it, but that doesn't really work. So what actually works is a lot of body-based practices. So you guys, maybe you've heard somatic release, facial release, things like that, nervous system regulation, integration practices. Some people actually go to the gym. Some people go get massages. Some people do sound baths. Some people do salt caves, right? So these kind of things, the reason why they work is you actually identify the emotion where it's being stored in the body or that tension, and then you help release that tension out. Because you can't think your way out of this. It's a body-based problem, and you do need to help release that tension. Oh, yeah. So there definitely is Reiki. Yeah, for sure. Reiki definitely is another one of those ways that people move energy. Acupuncture, sometimes chiropractic, lots of stretching modalities like yoga and body practices like that, for sure. It's also grounding helps. And grounding is when you put your bare feet in the grass or put your bare feet in the beach water, sand, things like that. Definitely. What's one thing you've tried to heal that just it didn't stick? So you maybe have done some talk therapy. Maybe you've done some somatic work. Maybe you've done that kind of stuff, and you're trying to work through that process. And then you think you got it, and then it comes back. How many people has that happened to? Yeah, most of you guys. Yeah, that happens. So the sacred path forward is to prepare. So a lot of intention setting, coaching, ensuring readiness before your journey begins. And there's a experience you can go through. We here at Silly Girl work with Temple of Heart Awakening Love, and we do microdose or macro dosing with psilocybin to help with traumatic experience and help release it from the body. We also work with practitioners who do somatic work. We work with acupuncturists. We work with sound healers. There's a myriad of people here at the temple that we work with. So within the protected temple container, we actually offer these services. And then we integrate. And that's where the real work is. It's not just in doing the microdose or the macrodose or the somatic work, but it's also in the integration plan afterwards, which means you talk about what is being brought forth to you. You do the real work here. You weave insights into your daily life to create this lasting change. The integration is not a bonus. It's the whole point. And that's really where the change is effective, and it's where the change happens. And so if you're doing the preparation and you're doing the experience, but you aren't doing the integration, you're really missing out on the place where it honestly sticks. And that's what Silly Girl as a coaching company specializes in. The Silly Girl plus the Temple difference is that we do trauma-informed coaching. We do personalized protocols for you. We have space held for you before, after, and during. And we work with both men and women. With the Temple of Heart Awakening Love, it is a legal sacred container. And like I mentioned before, it's a 508c1a religious organization. And it is a private member association. And so you have that faith-based protection. I don't know if you guys know a lot about this, but that's how we practice. So imagine waking up and not bracing for the day and being worried that you're going to panic, or being worried that your back's going to be tight, or being worried that you're going to feel depressed. Imagine reacting from love and not fear. And imagine finally feeling at home in your own body. And this is what integration really makes possible, is for you to really become familiar and sit in your body and let that emotion move and that energy move through you. So we have kind of a couple paths here, and everybody has these paths. Is keep doing what you've been doing, or you can try something that actually works and will help you. And you can have a free consultation with us if that's something you're interested in. And we can walk you through A, how to identify where that trauma lives in your body, and B, several practices that could help you move that trauma energy out of your body in a very holistic manner so that you have the before container, the during, and then the after integration piece so that it actually works and it actually sticks. How many of you guys have done some stuff so far? Oh yeah, talk therapy for sure, for sure. Yeah, lots of people take antidepressants and anti-anxieties for sure also. Yeah. Yep, definitely yoga. I know a lot of people that have done this with yoga as well. And so the next step from here is a conversation. If you want to have one, you can just let us know. You don't have to erase the past or reclaim your future. You just need a different relationship with it. And we're here offering that relationship and to talk to you specifically about what you have going on in a one-on-one setting, or you can do it in a group if you're feeling comfortable right now. But talk to you about like, where does that trauma live? We don't have to talk about your trauma, but where does it live in your body? And what modalities do we think would be most effective to help you with that so that you can just let that pass through? Does anybody have any questions here real quick?